Brent Riggins here with NetHead Marketing, doing a quick little Facebook tutorial about how to set up a campaign. So we're going to jump straight into it. Now this campaign is for a friend of mine, DJ Yates, out here in Atlanta. She's hosting an event and she's trying to send Facebook and Instagram traffic to this URL right here, which is basically her trying to get people to RSVP. And so she's collecting, first name, last name, email address, basic information from individuals. So when you're setting up your Facebook ad, first thing you want to make sure you have is a Facebook fan page. Now you can boost ads straight from the Facebook fan page, but I would recommend going ahead and setting up an ad account. And basically when you set up your ad account, your business manager account, it'll allow you to do more things with your ads. So let's go ahead and do that. So once you already have it set up, they're going to have a little area for you at this little drop down where it says business manager. You go ahead, click on your ad. Mine's already pulled up, so let's go to it. And this is your dashboard, what your dashboard for your business manager is going to look like. It's going to take you straight to your ads manager. Now when you're in your ads manager, you can go to create a campaign or create new. This is what I mean when I say it gives you a whole lot more options than just boosting it from your Facebook fan page. Now I'm going to try and move through this super quick, try and keep this video under 10 minutes for you. So let's go ahead and get started. Now we could run for traffic, we could run for engagement, and there's also lead generation, which is also a great option. You also have Facebook Messenger. So they're also, and if you have a pixel set up, you can run for a conversion, and if you're trying to get your brand out there, you can run for, brand awareness and reach. But for right now, we're going to focus on lead generation. And with lead generation, let's go ahead and name this something that I can remember. So let's go ahead and set this up. Okay, so with the account, the account is in the United States, US dollar. I am on the East Coast in Georgia. So we're going to stay in the New York time zone, I'm sorry. Okay, so now once you're in your actual ad set, you can name it something different. I'm just going to leave it at the default setting. So now we need to select the correct page that we're going to run ads for. So let's go ahead and find your page, which is right here. And I've already accepted the terms and conditions of using lead ads, which basically is about you're not gonna do something immoral with the information that people give you. All right, so moving down, you have these two dynamic creative in your catalog. We're not going to focus on these two right now. They're kind of for more advanced, advanced lesson, but basically these are for, shopping ads, and these are for when you're testing out things like images and headlines and things of that nature when you're not sure what's going on with your ads or how it's going to perform. But moving on to the audience. Now, when selecting your audience, Facebook gives you an audience insight tool, which if you click this little tab in the left-hand corner, go to audience insight. I already have it pulled up right here. Basically what this does is it gives you the information for everybody on Facebook. Now you can use this for other marketing platforms like Google and Bing, which I do. Basically what this does is it gives you basically just interest for a particular group. So if you're in the United States, type in age group, type in gender, type in whatever interest you're interested in. And they also have other features. You can get more advanced. We're not going to go over these in this particular video right here, but you can see them right here. So when you type in your interest, you can see the demographic, men, women, relationship status, education level, job title, page likes, so basically everybody who on Facebook is interested in hip-hop within this age group within the United States, which has an audience size of 80 million people, are interested or have shown a like in these particular pages on this side. And all this information can help you narrow down your audience, and I'm going to show you how to do that. Okay, so let's go back to your to the audience. Okay, so there are two ways to pick an audience. You can either upload your own audience or use one of Facebook audience. So if you upload your own audience, you're going to use a custom audience, which is right here, which you can turn into a lookalike audience. Now, once again, that's for a more advanced tutorial. So we're going to skip over a custom audience and we're going to go down straight into location. So we are in the United States. And I can target other countries if I needed to, but I'm not going to. Right now I'm going to target the great old state of Georgia. Target Georgia. I'm going to target people since this is a party where they're going to be serving alcohol. Let's target 21 to let's do 55. How big of an audience size do we get? This is your audience size right here. So this audience size so people 21 to 55 who have a Facebook account. So there are 5 million people, a little over 5 million people, who have a Facebook account. And as of right now, I have a potential reach of 3,000, and I can have an estimated lead of 21. You can see the numbers right here. So this is Facebook's audience. Now Facebook gives you 3 options to target individuals. So you can target by demographic, interest, and behavior. All 3 of these, I mean, you can, ideally you want to, come up with strategies for either using all 3, using these individually. I mean, there's all types of ways you can target using Facebook audience. Okay, so I'm going to target, hip hop, because it is a hip hop event. All right, so that's super broad. We can narrow it down to exclude people, or we can narrow this audience down even further to say people who have showed an interest in Eventbrite. And the reason I'm doing Eventbrite is because this website is similar to Eventbrite. So let's just go ahead and target people who have already showed some interest in Eventbrite. And you see it knocked our audience down to a little bit more narrower audience. Alright. So we're going to do placement. Now for this one, you can edit your placement. You can go from devices, desktop, mobile, Facebook feed, stories. Where's Instagram at? Instagram stories, But right now we're just gonna keep it all. We're gonna do all target everything for our budget. Right now we're testing things out. So let's start with the $5 budget. And as you can see, the budget depends on, you can adjust the budget. Let's say you do $100, and your audience size changes. Now, the thing to remember is, depending on your budget, let's say if you have a low budget, you can stay within that audience for longer. But if you have a higher budget, you're gonna burn that audience out. So that's why you have to, keep changing your audiences. All right, and then they have the bid strategy, which we're not going to get into in this video. All right, so next, so now we have identity. Everything's pretty much set up. Her Facebook fan page, her Instagram account. So now all we have to do is come up with her ad creative. I'm going to pause the video real quick so I can come up with it real quick. You can see we've added an image to the event. We've added some text detail. You can see a preview rendering over here, how it will look in the mobile feed. You can drop this down. You can pretty much test any other feed that you would need to, wherever you're trying to display it on. I've added a link to the event page headline, which is right here with the sign up button. And the most important part is we've set up a quick Insta form. And basically with this allows you to keep the individual on Instagram, and they can sign up to your event without them actually having to leave the platform. Yeah, so that's about it.